Excuse me, could you turn the microphones down there off, please, I think?
So good afternoon, I'll just be very brief. My name is Mary Joyce. I'm from a Japanese NGO called Peace Boat, which is also working together with the different groups who have presented today. We're based in Tokyo and are working particularly to link together with international groups to help to raise awareness of the ongoing situation in Fukushima, which I'm sure all of you, after hearing the presentations today, can see very much how severe and ongoing the situation still is, both in terms of the ongoing releases of radioactivity and also the ongoing very difficult situation of both those living in Fukushima still and evacuees elsewhere. In regards to this, I would like to particularly highlight the fact that this report has come at, although it is 2 years later, a very timely moment when we still can have the opportunity to make some of these recommendations be put into place. And for doing this, for those of us working in Japanese civil society also, it's very important that we can work together with both the different human rights and United Nations agencies and also those concerned citizens and experts around the world who can help to continue to make a difference to somehow implement some of these recommendations. So a just very brief comment at the end to thank you for your interest and hope that you can continue to be engaged and interested in this issue and work together with us to ensure that some of this can be, as fast as possible, put into place to help to protect the rights and the health situation of those still affected in Japan. Thank you.
So Mr. Glover asked also that the comment and questions, so can you answer and make further comment?
Well, you know, I cannot be in a position of an activist. I'm an activist in India, but as a special rapporteur, I have to maintain my independence. That's the first thing I want to say for everybody. So my endeavor would be in the future to make sure that the Japanese government continues a dialogue with the civil society and they can come to a unified understanding and a program of action. I've seen in the past that any crisis you have of this type, if there is disunity, it creates problems. So that's the first point. So my endeavor will be to see that there is harmony in the approach that both the government and civil society and independent actors do that. That's the job as a special rapporteur that I have to perform. And I am confident that it can be done in Japan. There has been movement on the part of the Japanese government to change its position to some extent. So I'm an optimist. Having said that, it won't be proper for me to comment on the Sendai High Court until I read the judgment. I'm a lawyer. I'm not a politician. But I'll tell you, if what you say is correct, again I'm talking as a lawyer, that they have said that there is risk of cancers or morbidities, beyond 1 millisievert. Obviously, that's a point of view which is strongly held by a number of scientists. So that is not surprising to me. And it's a good thing because then the government should take note of that also, because it's not only scientists. And as one of the speakers earlier said, there is a political economic element in it. But if what you say is correct, that despite that, they have said that the relocation should be done by the people themselves. It appears to be contradictory. But this is only tentative. It's not proper for me to comment on a High Court decision unless I read it. The only other thing I want to say is that which Kazuko stopped trying to prompt me to say, as far as the report is concerned, the report is part of the dialogue between the government and the UN system and the special rapporteurs who are independent. The special rapporteurs are not employees of the UN. So you can even be critical of the UN if that's at all possible. If you have to be critical, you can be. So for me, it's a process of dialogue because these are different points of view held by different actors. But my fear is that in the future, it will be more difficult because of the thirst of energy power in India, China, which is also importing nuclear plants from Japan, from United States, from France. So it's not going to be easy to fight this battle. I think the debate has to go on at an international level, and we must come to a conclusion which is rational and in the interest of the people, and not any particular lobby. whether it's this or that. And there are lobbies everywhere. So it should not be a corporate lobby or the nuclear lobby or any dogmatic point of view. It should be based on evidence and at the end in the interest of the people at large. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Glover, and thank you all the speakers, and also thank you for all the participants. And as you know, the human rights situation in Fukushima is very, very serious, but we got a very, very good recommendation by Mr. Glover. So we need to have power to make the government to implement this very important recommendation. So it is not an isolated problem. Nuclear power is everywhere in the country. So please,